Live from News Channel 8, your News at 6 starts now.
100 years later, we can look back and see the significance of it and knowing that we still need to tell this story.
A day of dedication in the Greenwood District, multiple groups gathering ahead of the centennial of the Tulsa Race Massacre to not only reflect on the past, but to look to what the future might bring. News Channel's Jamison Keefover is live in Greenwood, where a landmark will soon offer hope to the community. Jamison?
Yes, Kim, where I'm standing, there will soon be a bench. And although it may just look like another spot to sit down, this and the moments leading up to the centennial means so much more. Symbolizing more than a place to sit. This bench to honor Tulsans that rebuilt Greenwood Avenue after mobs burnt much of it to the ground.
There is now something that reminds us of the ones who made the journey and of those who did not make it.
One of the two dedicated benches will sit on Greenwood Avenue across from the historic Vernon AME Church. It will be featured outside another historic landmark.
This bench is placed to commemorate the history of the Mabel B. Little Heritage House, which is the only home built in the Greenwood District in the early 1920s that is still standing.
Organizations in Tulsa gathered inside the Vernon AME Church to shine a light on the meaning behind the benches, focusing on the foundation Tulsa is building for a better future. A few blocks away, another dedication at George Washington Carver Middle School. A celebration of the growth of the community, centered around a 95-year-old tree.
It was not here during the Race Massacre itself, but it did essentially take root on scorched earth, and it has grown as Tulsa has grown.
The tree rising high above Greenwood, symbolizing the long-standing history, with new leaves forming as the community looks ahead. Members of the Tulsa community taking home a piece of history and planting it in their front yard. People picking up saplings, symbolizing the growth that is still to come.
Knowing that we lost homes, we lost families, but we are resilient people, and incorporating that within our curriculum is really important for all of us here today.
Something like a bench or a tree, giving hope and understanding of what happened in 1921 and in 2021.
Maybe when I'm older, I can remember what was happening at Carver and what it represents.
Tulsa is less than 6 weeks away from the centennial, and all of these moments leading up to that mean so much. And whenever it comes to that date, that won't be the end of elevating the Greenwood District. Live in North Tulsa, Jamison Keefover, News Channel 8.